Hey everybody, I'm Piet Levy from tapmilwaukee.com, and I'm here with two guys from Young the Giant, Samir Gadia and Francois. Say it one more time. Courtois. Okay, Francois Courtois. All right, guys, thanks so much for chatting. I see you've got the Red Bull. Is this part of the pre-concert ritual? Like, how do you guys get ready for a big show like this?
I think it depends. I think it's very necessary right now. We had a long night and we flew in this morning, so feeling a little exhausted. I took a little nap, but I think I need a kick in the pants. So.
Yeah. Right. But when you step on the stage, is it just what happens when you step out? And I gotta mention, I saw you guys last year at Summerfest, and the audience is way bigger this year than last year for you guys. I mean, it's pretty packed out there. So I mean, what's it like to kind of step out and to see a bigger crowd like that, to see it growing?
It's electrifying for us. It's exciting, especially. This is, like, I think only the third time we've ever played Milwaukee. The first time was this same time last year. We played this exact same stage, exact same day.
Yeah.
And then we played the Rave earlier this year, and we sold it out, which was so surprising to us because we'd only played that one show. And so it's great to come back here and headline and be a part of this festival again. And we're excited. I mean, the crowd looks pretty pumped, so.
Yeah, no, it looks huge. Yeah, so is this going to become like an annual tradition for you guys? July 5th? Can we always expect Young the Giant here at Summerfest? Like, what's the deal?
Maybe July 6th.
Yeah, 6th would work better for us.
July 6th?
Yeah, we need a recovery day after the 4th.
Okay. Gotcha. So, tell me about your impressions of Summerfest when you came here for the first time last year. And it's been a full year. You guys are more seasoned. You've gotten more exposure. I mean, so where were your heads at, I guess, a year ago, and what were your impressions of Summerfest, and what's it like to be back now at this point in your career?
I mean, I think last year we were just so interested to see what it was all about. It's cool to have, it's a very involved festival. It seems it's like a huge variety of genres being represented here, and you see a whole bunch of different types of people all over the place, which is interesting because you don't necessarily get that in a lot of places. This year, yeah, I'm kind of just excited to see more of the same, I guess.
Yeah, and what's it like to get to that headliner status? Last year you guys opened, for the headliner. This year you are the headliner, getting the crowds bigger. Like, what's it like, I guess, to be seeing that, to be experiencing that?
It's very exciting. It can get you a little nervous sometimes, especially like for us. We're so used to being on the road that even a break as small as 2 or 3 weeks can be a big deal. It means like we haven't been playing shows for 3 weeks. It's like. It's cool to always come back, and I think you immediately take it for granted when you're on the road, just being able to be the headlining act and have that weight on your shoulders. But when you are doing a one-off, or when you're just coming into a tour after a little bit of a break, it's you re-appreciate what you're doing and feel thankful that have.
What's been like the most rewarding part of this for you guys? I mean, there's a lot of big breaks that happened for you guys. Morrissey praised you guys, which I'm sure was huge for you guys, since you obviously have definite influence from Morrissey in your music, and you've got the Glee thing that happened, the MTV Awards last year. I mean, if you could look at it all, is there one thing that just kind of blows your mind as far as accomplishment, or something that just was just the most exciting, thrilling thing, or
Yeah, I mean, I think all of those things kind of led to this last headlining tour we did in like early spring, and basically we were able to sell out pretty much every show over the course of like a 2-month run, which was huge for us considering we had done a lot of the same cities the year before, and we were having a hard time with like 500 people in rooms. So yeah, I think after you spend such a long time working on a record and then pushing a record, there are definite times where you can feel like things aren't moving as you would have expected, and things might not be progressing. But after the Glee thing and MTV, we started to see like a definite rise in concert attendance, and it culminated in this headlining tour we did. So kind of makes it feel worth it, I guess.
Yeah. And there are times when it doesn't feel worth it. I mean, what's kind of the hardest part of being in a band, being on the road?
I mean, I think it's just, being on the road is a love-hate relationship. Like, after, several months of not being on the road, I'd imagine that it would be fun to get really, really exhilarating to get back on the road again. And for us, like when you're on the road, it's amazing getting to keep acquainted with some of these people you've met on the road, and you're gathering stories. And but at the same time, you're leaving the people that you love the most, your family, your friends, whoever, back at home, and that's always a problem, especially as you continue. Touring doesn't really have like a real physical time. It doesn't really feel like it's been as long as we've been touring, and you miss out on a lot of things, you know, just normal things, you know, like weddings, birthdays, and things like that. So we've been trying to strike a balance.
So and you know, so with that in mind, I mean, where do you think Young the Giant goes from here in terms of finding that balance, or in terms of what else you want to accomplish? You know.
Well, it's actually kind of interesting. This little 2.5 week thing we're about to start right now is the last like technical tour for this album cycle. So, and we started touring behind this album cycle, or behind this album before it even was released. So like May 2010. So it feels like it's just been forever. And now we're kind of getting ready to go back into writing and recording and all that stuff, and then just more of the same next year. Yeah. You know, we're at a place right now where we're a young band, and there's really no other way to be successful than just to hit the road as hard as possible. So we have a few months to kind of relax and try to create and all that stuff, and in the meantime also see our parents and friends and girlfriends. And then we're back on the road, you know, and that's for the foreseeable future. Yeah. It kind of looks like what we'll be up to.
Where do you hope the band will go, Samir? I mean, you guys have accomplished a lot in a year. Where do you hope to be a year from now?
You know, I'm not quite sure, actually. I think the one thing that we want to make sure of is that, you know, this next record, we're so completely happy with it, and I guess resigned isn't. It's more like we want to be really proud of what we put out there, and I think in a year's time I want to look back on the year previous, time in between, and you know, realize that we did all the stuff that we said that we wanted to do, that we finished this next record out as strongly as possible in our eyes, and you know, hopefully it'll be an added bonus if people acknowledge that, and if people, you know, think the same about the music or feel as good about it as we do. So, you know, we just, you know, want to be able to put it out there.
Well, guys, let's talk July 6th at Summerfest, and let's talk about the previous year and the year ahead, and let's make this an annual tradition. So, sweet. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. So, thanks for chatting with Tap Milwaukee. All right, rock on.